Ms. Nguyen, in cause number 24 DCCR 1298, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of theft of property from April 8th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you with? I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Ms. Holmes?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you will be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes.
And so is the agreement, it looks like, for a 12-month term in the state jail prison?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
She
Judge.
has 11 months
Okay.
of back time.
Okay,
So she would have to serve a month.
okay,
The defense is requesting if she could turn herself in on Friday. She has 3 children that she needs to get situated.
well, so what we need to do is, I'll go through with the plea, but not sentence her, because if I sentence her, it just turns into an issue if she doesn't.
Okay.
But motions for new trial and things like that, there's really not a lot of things we can do. So, I can take the plea today. We can do the sentencing Friday. We can do the sentencing Monday during the next docket.
Okay.
I'm willing to do the week, whatever.
Couple of things, Judge. If we can maybe put on the record how we arrived at that time. And also there's the state, well, ordinarily I wouldn't be opposed to a defendant turning himself in at a later date. This plea was contemplated prior to today. In other words, this defendant knew that there was a very good chance that she would be going the other day. On its face, it just looks like a plain Jane state jail felony theft. But Judge, it appears may have been a part of a theft ring. They committed more than 29 total different crimes to the tune of about $50,000, Judge. So with all that being said, I'm not so amenable to her turning herself in later, but of course it's up to the court.
So here's what we'll do. We'll go through with the plea, and then we'll be here and do sentencing this Friday at 9 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you do that?
I have municipal court in the morning, but
What time?
we typically start at 8:30. But I could,
I mean, it won't take long.
yeah, I could tell them I'll need to leave and come and go back.
I mean, we can do this at 8:30, and then you can just, instead of starting and stopping, and just be, I mean, it'll
Little
take
late,
10
yeah.
minutes.
Okay.
Would you rather that?
Yeah, that's
Instead of starting and stopping, just let them know you'll be a little bit late?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, so that's what we'll do then. All right, so, and you guys have talked to the clerk about the credit?
Yes, so there were several counties in which Ms. Nguyen was transferred throughout from 2024 to 2025.
For various thefts.
Okay.
Yes, from various deaths in various counties. So we have we know that Jefferson County put the hold on her in June of 2024,
Okay,
and then she was released in May of 2025
okay,
after completing all those other counties.
okay,
Yes, ma'am.
gotcha. All right, so is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes, ma'am.
State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Ms. Nguyen is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of that plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing to this Friday, which is January the 9th, thank you, at 8:30 a.m. It's very important that you're here on time because Ms. Holmes has something else she needs to do in another court. And so we'll all be here early. We'll get your case taken care of. You'll go into custody. If you don't show up this Friday, well, just let me go. Good, I hope so. But let me then I don't have to accept this plea agreement and things could be worse. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, if you're arrested for anything this week between now and when you come back Friday, you run the risk of me not accepting that agreement. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And it sounds like there's the hold, there's some documentation of the hold that we had. And so the credit from that June date in 2024 to the release date in May will be granted as far as back time.
Yes, ma'am.
Did we already admit one?
No, Judge.
State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Ms. Nguyen is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, again, I'm going to reset your case until Friday at 8:30. We do not need a pre-sentence report. You'll come in and be ready to go that day with the bailiff, okay? All right, we'll see you Friday morning.
Judge accepts the plea, but delays sentencing, a narrow window of conditional mercy. Miscourt, get arrested, or violate the terms, and the deal can vanish instantly. Credit for prior custody may reduce time, but only if the defendant shows up and stays clean. This case underscores a hard truth. Plea agreements aren't rights, they're trust. On probation, if this case made you think twice, hit like. Share your thoughts below. Is a guaranteed plea better than risking trial when the sentence seems small? And subscribe for more courtroom breakdowns. *.